So it says f of x is 3x plus 1, and the graph of the function g of x is shown below. So, and we're going to talk about the transformation, but before I talk about the transformation, let's graph f of x, okay? So to graph f of x, the first thing I need to do is I need to recognize that positive 1 is what? What do we call that? That is the y-intercept. What does that mean? That means that my f of x, my f of x is going to cross the y-axis right here on 1, okay? Now, the other thing I need to consider is that the 3 in front of the x, the coefficient of x, is my slope. So that is my rise over run, right? That's my up and over. But I don't have a fraction, I have a whole number. Well, 3, isn't that the same as 3 over 1? Okay, so from here, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go over 1. From there, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go over 1. Now I can go the opposite way because 3 over 1 is the same as negative 3 over negative 1. Because the negatives technically undo each other, right? Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is still positive 3. So from here, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Now, if I connect the dots, I'm going to get my graph. Oops, that was not the greatest. Okay, so this is f of x. So now what am I doing to the graph? Okay, so now let's talk about the transformation of f of x to g of x. What does it look like we're doing? It looks like I just slid it over, right? Doesn't it look like I just slid it over? How far did I slide it over? Well, maybe I slid it over 1, it looks like 2 units to the right. So the fancy word that we would use is translated. It looks like I translated 2 units to the right. And so the way that I would write that is I would say that g of x is the same as f of x. Now here's the tricky part. Even though I went to the right, my transformation would be minus 2. Okay? When it's inside the parentheses, we always do the opposite. Now what that does is it changes the y value. Okay? And so basically what I'm saying is that f of x, or let me say that differently, g of x is the transformation of f of x. So g of x is the transformation of f of x. We're subtracting 2 from each x value to get a corresponding y value. Okay? And that's it. Now, what do you